brides today, in terms of trials, are they want trials, and I somehow feel it's important to do that. But I also know artists don't prefer to do trials. Is it just because of lack of time, or you feel it's just not needed?
So back in the day when I just started out, I felt that I needed to do trials. And I used to do trials back in the day when I just started. And I must have done about 5 trials in all my life. And, there is a certain time when I am good, I am excellent. I know my skin work. I know my skin works so well.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to nail it.
Yeah.
So again, like I keep saying, and I'm going to always say this, I don't want to just say this about myself, but I know I am going to make a client happy. I know I'm going to nail that skin work. I know she's going to be happy with her makeup, with her hair, with her draping. And hence, when you're doing a trial, the bride comes in, she's wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You don't have the ambience. You don't have your lehenga, you don't have your actual jewelry, you don't have those emotions that you're bringing with on that main day. And the bride comes in and says, okay, can we see something that we're going to do for my mehendi look? And we're trying something out or whatever. And I know, of course, she wants to just say, you have an excellent hair team.
Yeah.
Is your makeup, is your foundation matching and things like that? I know, for sure. But what happens is, I mostly get booked by word of mouth as well. And what's very important is the list of like your clientele for all these years. Who's really booked you? Which families have booked you? What celebrity weddings have you done? So that holds in good stead for me. When I say, and I refuse a trial and I say, I'm so sorry, I won't do a trial, but I will schedule a Zoom meeting with you. I will look at all of your outfits, your mehendi, your sangeet, your wedding, your cocktail party, all of that. I'll take a look at you, your mom, your sister. There may have been calls that I have done for a maximum of 2.5 hours.
Wow.
But just talking about stuff that the bride likes, stuff the bride hates, references that she might have stored, for, knowing that there's her wedding, leading up to the wedding. Bianca, can we do this? So she sends me references. So we chat about all that. So for me, at this stage, I know that I don't do trials only because of the fact that I know on the main day I will nail that kind of look. Now, for example, if the bride says, I want a messy braid for my mehendi look, and we're leading up to the messy braid, but we're just doing a beautiful textured curls for the bride. And she looks at me and she says, I love it. Can we just leave it like that?
You're probably making changes on the spot.
So we're making changes, and there are always changes. We're always discussing something else, which is a great guideline on a call. But on the main day, the ambience, sometimes a bride says, I don't want to tie my hair because she's so tired with her back-to-back events. And she says, can I just have an easy, breezy blowout?
Yeah.
That's what they say because they're so tired.
Yeah.
Or if there was something else planned for her after-party look, she says, can I just tie up my hair in a ponytail? I really want to enjoy myself. And it's about enjoying yourself as well. Not only that look, but of course, maintaining that look while you're dancing and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of back and forth. We ensure that we are putting a bride in a very comfortable space with her hair, her makeup. And I definitely don't want a bride to feel like, oh my God, I haven't done a trial. What's going to happen? And
yeah.
stuff. But the minute they sit in the chair and they have their hair and makeup done, they're like, Bianca, now I'm going to close my eyes and sleep, do whatever you want to do the rest of the events.
So there's so many newcomers today in our industry. It's encouraging to see the new talent that comes in. But they also have a very different approach. Do you recommend that the brides should do their trials with them?
I would actually say yes. Because of the fact that, experience is all.
Yes.
Experience is very important.
True.
And you're actually doing a bride's one and only main important day, and you definitely don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
So if you are a newcomer and a beginner in the industry, I would say, a hair trial is also very important. I'll come to makeup, but hair trial is very important because in our industry, if you say, do you know Hollywood waves?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know Hollywood waves. Do you know beachy waves? They say, yeah, we know. Do you know soft curls, out curls, big glam curls? And, the artist will say, yeah, I know it. But then eventually they use just a similar one size of a tong and everything looks the same.
How
Every
interesting
single
is this?
hairstyle.
I didn't even know there were so many types of hair.
There are different types of, there are different types of curls. There are different, there's a classic Hollywood wave and there are beachy waves and, a lot of fashion hairs. There's so many different types of hairstyles. But artists may just say, just to obviously gain a client, they would say, yes, we know of everything. And on the actual day, when the bride says she's an international bride and she comes in from the US and she knows what beachy waves are, because these guys know how to do really cool beachy waves. And they're like, these are not beachy waves. And so she's upset on her wedding day for her beach party and she wants a classic Hollywood look because she's got a great Gatsby night and she doesn't get her classic waves, which is one form. So knowing technique takes a while. You may be young, super young, and know the technique, and that's fantastic. But I would just say, as a beginner, for a bride and stuff, she might want to be really confident if she's hiring somebody who's, in her early 20s and stuff, or mid 20s, then definitely a trial is a must. Also, with different skin tone, we have from the north to the south of India, to the east, to the west of India. And we have the east, which is, different shapes of eyes and stuff, different skin tones, different undertones. But there are brand new makeup artists whose makeup kits might not be fully equipped.
Yes.
And they may just be limited foundations, like tones. There may be just limited colors of concealers or lipsticks. Like when you say, let's just wear a nude lipstick.
Yeah.
A nude lipstick is not just one shade and that's it. That's labeled nude lipstick. If your color of nude is completely different from my color of nude to a little warmer color of nude and an even warmer or an even darker tone. So there are different shades of nude. So you can't just say, I'll just use a nude lipstick. You need to have those nudes according to this entire color palette.
Amazing.
From fair to a warmer shade. So I would say even with makeup, it's extremely important that you get the bride. I have a lot of white brides who say, Bianca, I really need a trial because I know I've heard of horror stories of people making them look brown or making them look yellow. And I'm a pink undertone because we're mostly olive undertone and a yellow undertone. Very, very less of pink undertone people, right? Very, very less. So, makeup artists might not necessarily have those kind of foundations or those foundation tones. So, I would definitely say that if you're a beginner and you just started out, not only for the bride, but for yourself as well, it's very important to do a trial to know for sure that you're making a bride happy on her happiest day.